Welcome to Around the World channel. Alex Murdaugh charged with swindling sons of dead housekeeper, The New York Times. The latest arrest is the second round of criminal charges against Mr. Murdaugh, the scion of a legal dynasty in the South Carolina Lowcountry that extends back more than a century. January 6 investigators moved to hold Bannon in contempt, Politico. It will also detail the committee's efforts to secure Bannon's cooperation with its subpoena and his refusal to cooperate with the probe. A meteorite barely missed hitting a Canadian woman who was asleep, NPR. A scenic view of a lake against the sky at night in British Columbia. Earlier this month, a resident of Golden, BC, woke up to the sound of a crash and found that a meteorite had landed in her bed. Joe Lieberman on Kilmeade Show, Virginia could be red alert for Dems on pushback to woke culture, Fox News. Former Democratic Senator Joe Lieberman joined the Brian Kilmeade Show to discuss the upcoming gubernatorial election in Virginia, which has trended blue in recent elections. NFL Week 6 picks, odds. Patriots upset white-hot Cowboys, Browns take down unbeaten Cardinals, CBS Sports. 2 bad weeks in a row picking games for yours truly. I'm just staring 4 miles up the standings at my good friend Mr. Ryan Wilson, aka the sharpest football tout in the country right now. Wilson I. Weekly initial jobless claims fall below 300,000 for first time since pandemic began, NBC News. The latest weekly initial jobless claims dropped below 300,000 for the first time since the pandemic began, according to data released Thursday by the Department of Labor. Lurching between crisis and complacency. Was this our last COVID surge? The New York Times. Britain and Israel, which both have higher vaccination rates than the United States, are still struggling with outbreaks. Human Remains Detection – K-9 from Pasco County joins search for Brian Laundrie in Carlton Reserve, Fox 13 Tampa Bay. North Port, Florida. The K-9 unit at Pasco County Sheriff's Office has joined in on the search for Brian Laundrie, the sole person of interest in the Gabby Petito case. John Deere workers strike after failed contract talks, The New York Times. Last week, more than 1,000 workers at Kellogg, the cereal maker, went on strike, and Mondelez International, the maker of Oreos, experienced a work stoppage this summer. 19 addictive South Korean dramas to binge after Squid Game, Lifehacker. Noting that South Korean pop culture has become at least as loved outside the republic as within it should brook no argument in 2021. Please, like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay tuned for upcoming news.